Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Hillbilly Select Reviews, and today we're going to open up a fresh bottle of Colonel Taylor, what is it, bottled in bond?
Small batch.
All right, I'm here with Bourbon Bobby. Let me get a, wait a minute, I said a fresh bottle of bourbon, Bobby.
Well,
what happened to my bourbon?
I had to let it breathe, John.
Let me see, show the people what you did.
I had to let it breathe.
Come on, you're killing me.
I had to let it
Show them
breathe.
sideways. Stand here empty.
It's been open.
You heard of the angel share? This is the devil share right here.
Yeah, there were a couple of angels that had this one.
Yeah, it's a bunch of drunk angels.
A couple of little angels had this.
Oh
my goodness. So anyway, we're back to
100 proof, right?
Yeah, bottled and bond, and I pulled a Biden on this one of my last videos. We've been drinking a little bit. They said, "What is the bottle about?" The Bottle and Bond Act of 1897 specifically stated 4 things for bourbon. It basically qualified what is bourbon, true bourbon, and the qualifier for bottled and bond, it had to be 4 years. It had to be from one distillery. It had to be labeled on the bottle. It had to be produced in the same season, and it had to be 100 proof. And Colonel Taylor, a cousin of President Zach Taylor.
Yes, now he was a real man.
Yes, he was, and went on to be master distiller of Buffalo Trace.
So this is Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace product.
And I know a little tidbit too myself.
Go right ahead.
One of the, what was it called? Not warehouses he built is where they now store his bourbon, the age, the barrels, and the one that this man actually.
And I'll tell you right now,
there's
an experiment going on because they had, and I don't remember the year, but they had a tornado and it ripped the top off the rick house where Colonel Taylor was produced. So it took them 4 months to get it rebuilt and repaired. So they brought this bourbon in.
Small batch.
They brought this bourbon in and said, well, let's just taste it, see if we can save it. It wound up being so good that they're now trying to they have a rick house down there with no roof on it. And they're trying to recreate the tornado.
That's neat stuff.
And it was totally by accident. They're going to throw it out thinking, well, let's just see if we can save it.
I mean, you need to go here because Buffalo Trace, I haven't been there in a while, and we need to go take a trip because they have a lot of good products.
It's unique distillery, and it's an American landmark. They've been producing bourbon for 200 years.
You don't have much left.
Every bit of the bourbon is produced, distilled, rickhouse stored, all on the campus. It starts on their campus, finishes on their campus.
What?
From being barreled to being put in bottles, it's all in that one location. It's on about 300 acres, it used to be called Leestown, Kentucky, which it's been kind of morphed into Frankfort, Kentucky now.
What I was going to ask you is, what is small batch?
Small batch. Now this is kind of a tricky term. Small batch
is a marketing term?
Yes, anything less than the normal batch. So if your normal batch is 1,000 gallons, 999 can be called small batch.
Oh, typical.
Yeah, so typical. Yeah, we do. Oh, hold on. Now it's a small batch, and you pay an extra.
Is this hard to get?
It is hard to get. Any Buffalo Trace product anymore is hard to get. Sometimes at the distillery you can get it. I happened to get this one at the distillery right around $50. If you find them at the liquor store, they're closer to 60 to 70, and people pay. I've seen them as high as 90, and because even the liquor stores are getting onto the fact that, well, you know, even if we get it from the distributor for $39, we can charge $65 for it. And even the local liquor stores are starting to make money on it because we talked about before, poor Kentucky, we just have little liquor stores. Our liquor stores don't have the clout like your Costco's in New York and your big liquor stores like in California or Texas.
We have Costco's.
Yeah, but they don't.
They don't have the volume.
They don't have the volume. They can't. The Costco's in New York and Texas.
You think if we went down remember that time we took that tour? That one distillery where Beam actually was still.
Lebanon. It's called Yellowstone.
He was giving us some stuff nobody else could get. Remember?
Yes.
Anyway, let's give it a sniff.
Yeah, let's go back to it. Look, we just got a smidge in the glass. Just a smidge. It's a taste.
Might as well finish it now. Seriously, don't keep that.
Well, I know, but come on, let's not be pigs, because we saving that for Russo. Russo, we got you one, buddy.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Russo's still not here.
You got Russo's bottle back.
Yeah, well, a couple more shots. Russo's already paid me for it, so
Wait,
we'll probably do it to Russo.
That'd be great. Wait, don't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm a little ahead of you on this. I've had a little of this one.
I smell the oak right off the bat there. It's on forward. Wonder how long that's been aged.
This is definitely 6 years. Minimum.
You smell it wood, nice color too.
Mhm.
Dark. So that's all coming from the charred oak, my friend.
Mm-hmm. In and out.
Nice dark.
And Buffalo Trace has 18 different name products, probably 100 variations of those products, and they have 3 mash bills. Their first mash bill is a rye mash bill, and it's their Buffalo Trace brand, their benchmark brand, their Agent Age. It's the lower end.
I smell cherry in here.
It's the lower end Buffalo Trace products. Then their second rye bill is your Blantons, your Eagle Rares, and your Colonel Taylors. Their third mash bill is their wheated one, which is your Welvers and your Pappies.
Guess what? The longer I sit here now, I smell maple. I smell cherry. I smell wood. It was wood dominant. Wasn't too crazy about just the wood smell. Now I've got cherry. Now I've got maple. You know I'm a super guy.
Yeah, and what I've got is good bourbon. Yeah, I get bourbon. And when I smell it real, I do get.
Remember I did the wine tastings downstairs and nailed it?
Yes, you did. And some people are just really good at it, and some people just, know really good bourbon when they taste it. And I think I know really good bourbon, yeah. So,
And I'm a nerd. I play with this and pick out the flavors like a weirdo.
so
But that's how I make this last an hour.
oh, I make them last too.
You make the bottle last an hour.
No, no.
No.
Well, two of
That's
us,
all-
we've been sipping on that a week, and I had a friend up here from Texas. He loved it. Now this is really, really mellow. It's
Tell you, I get a little. I know it's only her proof, and we've had some serious proofs.
yeah, and we're going up again.
We're going up again.
Yeah, we're working up though tonight.
Well,
We
this
started
one
at 90, now we're going to 100.
has a bite to me, an alcohol bite higher than the 100. To me, when I taste it, didn't smell it, wasn't burning my nose, but when I tasted it, it lassos my tongue.
Now see, and I won't give
Okay.
anything away, but the last one we drank was around 90, and I got a higher alcohol. I thought it tasted more alcohol
We did.
than this one.
And yet I really.
Yes, this one to me is more mellow.
Well, that's the beauty of having two people because
Exactly, and no two people are the same. And no people are going to taste everything the same. You're going to like everything the same. It's
so I'm getting that bite. I'm still getting that wood taste, which was what I got on the smell.
see, I don't like on the back end. I just get some. I don't
You
get.
maple. You don't get maple.
No, I do. I honestly do taste a little maple in here. I get the little maple smell, like maples that are.
I'm thinking for that cherry, but I don't get it on the taste. I had it on the smell.
No, I get no cherry, but
It
I
was
do
on the
get
taste.
maple.
So getting the wood.
The Sunday morning pancakes Dad made. Yeah, I get a little of that maple syrup taste.
A lot of times it will smell like pancakes too because of the grains, and then that sweet smell of the bourbon, which smells like maple or honey. And some people put honey on their pancakes or maple syrup, and it'll smell like that. Sometimes you get a little buttery smell out of here from the oak and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to have to bring one of these
Give me
because
some pancakes.
my Old Forester, and it's in the yeast, I get a banana.
Mhm.
Even in the bourbon and the rye, I get, because of the yeast strain, I get a little banana taste.
Try to get that wine too, yes.
Yeah,
That's nice.
and their ryes, we'll have to do that one.
All right. What are you looking at back there? Don't tell me about it.
I'm looking
They
at,
think you got stuff back here.
yeah.
They don't know. This whole place is full of bourbon. It's a paradise.
we got what we're drinking over there. We got a little collection back here,
Oh.
and we got some back here in the case. We got about 4 years of my life here, and I really started appreciating bourbon because I was in Kentucky and I realized I didn't drink bourbon. I've never been on a horse, and my friends are like, "Dude, are you even from Kentucky?"
You ever work with a horse?
Nah.
Damn, you did me. Workhorse.
Okay, workhorse, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
More like a mule, stubborn
Damn,
like
that's
a
a
mule.
tough mule.
Yeah, you were. So, yeah, this is really,
You get any pepper in this? Taste I'm suggesting that. I get that little peppery, hot. It's a hot. This undercut's hot. You're not getting the heat on it?
No, I do not get the. I get mellow here.
But you had heat on the other?
I had heat on the
I
other.
had no heat.
Yeah, and I had heat on the back end, and
Bob, we're supposed to put a little water.
exactly. And really, when you do this, it actually if you put a drop in, you'll see it go straight to the bottom, and it will release. And there's a chemical release, and an Italian chemist discovered this.
Oh, smart.
And it actually just a little.
I know what his name was. Giovanni Camistani.
Yeah, something like that. But you can actually, if you got it on the dropper, you'll see it go to the bottom.
Well, here's what it does. It'll release some different smells.
Right.
Well, take that heat out of there.
There's some kind of, and again, for one of these series, I'll have to look this up because now you're really getting into
I smell
science.
a Polynesian woman with a basket of fruit. No, I don't. All right. Maybe that's my match.
Now see, there is that little bit of water is a noticeable difference. And you probably only knock the proof down from maybe 100 to 90 at the most, probably 92. But there's a really change in flavor.
I get a little more fruit out of this now.
And a lot of times that if I go out with friends, we'll drink our first two neat, and then we'll start putting on the big ice cube, because what you don't want to do is like get crushed ice, because you're just gonna, as soon as the ice hits, if there's too much ice surface.
Like I said,
yes.
I don't like cold, anything cold. Now, this brought out fruits to me, and it did take away the heat a little bit. So the water did not hurt this whatsoever. Matter of fact, it didn't hide any of the taste. Mm-hmm. Bourbon.
And then sometimes, if it's cool, we'll put the little ceramic whiskey stone in it, kind of cool it off.
That's your thing. Now, like I said, I like mine room temperature because any coldness to me just closes. For me, you know, I really like to get. But everybody does, you know. You know, the traditional mint julep is over crushed ice. You know, that
right.
And with the syrup. And you know, I worked at Derby, and you know, they're serving them, and I couldn't drink when I was working in Derby, and I would smell those. They would walk by with the trays, you know, everybody's sucking them down by the dozen. I'm like, oh, that's nice. With the mint and them beautiful. The glasses.
One of my favorite is actually the Man Award, named after another famous Kentucky racehorse, and you're substituting the mint out with cherry.
Ooh, but that's
and it's called the Man Award. Instead of the mint,
right,
the crushed mint, you're
like
putting
cherry.
The Risotto. Yeah, but it's the high dollar.
Oh.
It's the high dollar real.
Plus the simple, they put a little.
Yeah, plus the simple syrup, and yeah.
We're gonna have to do. Maybe we'll do a couple series of mixed drinks with bourbon. That'd be fun.
Well, if we do that, we need to put my friend Jackie in, who's a A1.
Is it one?
Yeah, she's an A1 bartender. She's worked. In fact, she's worked at the Derby. She works at Keeneland during the sales.
I've never met her.
No, she's I just met her recently. She is absolutely can make a drink. It's
Throw
unbelievable.
it out to her. 'Cause we'll have her in here.
Okay, we'll throw it out to Jackie.
Jackie.
Okay, hey, we got to finish this one
I
off
want to finish it off.
for the viewers. Okay, I'll finish mine off for the viewers and to Russo. Okay.
Is Russo the Italian chemist?
Yeah, Russo.
All right, everybody.
Mariano Russo, pH something.
Yeah, pH doo-doo.
pH balance.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah.